I'm Lucy Sheehan, and I'm the director at the Gloucester Council on Aging, and the Council on Aging runs the Rose Baker Senior Center. We are a department of the City of Gloucester, and we're there to provide services and programs for older adults in our community and beyond. One of the new programs that we would like to highlight today is lifelong learning, and learning never ends. And the launch of this new program will be Frank and Cindy Bellini, and they're bringing two exciting programs for us to learn from and to enjoy. And I would like now to introduce Frank and Cindy.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thank you.
My name is Frank, and the program Lucy's talking about we discussed several months ago. She asked what we thought we could teach, and right away I had a couple of experiences from my background in management training, and the one that I've chosen to start out with is a short course on decision making, and we've made it a decision making course for seniors. There are other courses in mind for later on. My background is in geology and environmental science, and we may do something on Earth history. And there's another one that was a great training course that I took in interpersonal communication, really active listening. So that one may be down the line.
And my name is Cindy, and I am a registered nurse. I work at Leahy. And one very important topic for me that I felt that I could share with the seniors at the center is a course on nutrition. It's really, really important to me that people understand how to choose correct foods so that they can live healthier lives, stay independent longer, and make less visits to the doctor. And an informed consumer is the best approach that you can have to being able to construct proper meals. My course is 2 classes. It started on November the 8th, and a second one will be on November 16th. The whole emphasis of this class is to learn about foods. What are they? Discuss the building blocks of the foods first. Which ones are highest in vitamins and minerals? And also discuss topics like what is blood sugar? What is a polyunsaturated oil? What are these terms? What do they mean to me? And even more important, to learn the art of label reading. Get to the store and read labels, because many times things that seem like they're healthy or low fat, if you really look at the label, that low fat has been substituted by sugar, high sugar. So sometimes people are not aware of that. And the next class, the second class, is about more practical things: menus, recipes, choosing the right portions, some tips about non-diet dieting, and also how to avoid pitfalls. And that's definitely learning that you can use every day.
Well, one of the best parts of Cindy's program was that we got to sample her homemade yogurt with her homemade granola. And Frank's course is going to tell us the reason why we need to make the right decision to eat what Cindy is offering us.
That's an easy decision.
Okay. Go ahead.
Seniors have a lot of decisions to make, whether they are pre-retirement or in retirement. There are medical decisions, there are living decisions, there are decisions to finally stop driving that car. There are decisions about doctors and medical issues that everyone has to do. And it comes at a time of life when we're a little bit more fragile and you don't want to make a mistake. So the decision-making framework that I will teach comes out of a larger management framework that's used by NASA, it's used by the military, it's used, in my case, by electric utility companies, which is where I learned it. But it's applicable to any sort of a decision, a very complex one or a very simple one. It makes sure that you cover all the bases, that you haven't left anything out, that you haven't over-considered any parts or any issues of the decision, or left out any parts or issues of the decision. So it's complete. It can be a little geeky, but there's only a little bit of arithmetic involved. And when you're finished, you will have a decision that you can be confident about and proud of, and explain to anyone else why you made that decision the way you did.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like this offering is going to be so beneficial to so many people, and we're hoping that people do take advantage of this opportunity to come for these programs. The Rose Baker Senior Center runs about 65 to 70 different programs each week, and this is one of our new ones, and so please come and enjoy this and learn from it and partake.
Now, I do want to mention that I will be repeating this course after the first of the year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Cindy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The programs at the Senior Center are diverse. We have so many wonderful programs with so many excellent instructors. And this new venture, many months ago, Fred Cowan, who is a member of the Gloucester Council on Aging Board, and I were speaking about this. And we thought this would be something wonderful to bring to people, because there's people who have been working all their lives and they're not working anymore, and now they're looking for something. They're looking for new learning, a new direction, or new avenue. And so we kind of put this together, and Frank and Cindy were so gracious to start the program, and now we're looking for new ventures. People out there who would like to bring a subject, or people out there who would like to make suggestions for things that they would like to learn about. And we want this to be also a varied program with different subjects, and we're hoping that it will continue for a long time. A couple of the other classes that are being thought of for the future, Frank has already mentioned, and would you like to describe them a little more?
Sure. We're really looking for people to feed back to us about what they want to learn and what they want to know about. But I have a couple of general interest short courses that I'm thinking about. First is called Active Listening, and it's really a course on interpersonal communication. It allows people to learn how to sit down with another person or with other people and listen to that person in a way that makes that person understand that they're being heard, does not alienate that person, so it's good for difficult conversations, and it allows you to bring people, it allows you to get to know people more in depth than you might otherwise in a casual conversation method. So it's a very nice way to communicate parent to child, no matter what the ages of the parents and the child, spouse to spouse. It has had a lot of great history, and what it creates is people who are good listeners, and everyone loves a good listener.
That's true.
Yes.
In fact, that's something that came in front of me today, how to be a good listener. And I think that's an excellent subject. So, Frank?
We'll have fun with that.
We will.
The other program that I have in the back of my mind has to do with Earth history. I was a geologist for 40 years until I retired, and so much enjoyed that kind of work that I would love to pass on some knowledge or let people ask me questions. And it can cover anything from the Big Bang Theory to paleontology to whatever topic they might be interested in, Gloucester geology, New England geology, some of my favorite subjects. So we'll see what people are interested in and give them, I hope, a course that they want.
Hopefully. And Cindy is also an expert on animals. And Cindy has a nice new little dog.
I do.
And you want to tell us about your little dog?
Well, it's a rescue dog from the Gloucester shelter. She came from Georgia. A lot of the puppies and dogs do come from that area. And she was a lab mix. And we got her when she was about 9 weeks old. But I think what you're saying is that I have an eye for picking out a good dog. Because from all of the litter and the mates that she had, I could tell immediately that this was the right dog, the right fit for our situation. It might not be a right fit for someone else, but I certainly could talk about that. Dogs, cats, pets in general really do a wonderful thing for seniors. Their company, their love. People tend to be healthier, they're happier, they're calmer with pets. And if that's an interest, I certainly could discuss different types of pets that would match what a person needs, whether it be something very simple like a bird or a cat or a dog, or what kind of cat, what kind of dog, what kind of temperament.
And we'll bring our dog in to lick them all.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're thinking of maybe training our dog to be a therapy dog. She is so loving, so we'll see if she calms down after puppyhood.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you would talk about.
Yeah,
Is you said she was a loving dog and she was really wonderful with children.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fish. We're thinking of bringing an aquarium to the senior center.
Aquariums do wonderful things with blood pressure. They decreases, calms people. It's a very calming thing. It's like bringing the ocean right into your office or a bit, in a room. It's definitely a wonderful thing to have.
As you know, the senior center runs a supportive daycare program, and the program gives respite to our caregivers. But it's a wonderful program. These seniors are more fragile than the rest of the seniors that come to the senior center, but they stay active. They have a wonderful time. They have their own program. They have lunch with everyone in the dining room. But this type program, the aquarium and the animals, they just love. And anything, we have people that come from the library to read to them once a week. And but they really have, I always tell them they have a better social life than I do, because they like to go out to eat and they like to do some fancy things, and they have lots of entertainment that comes to the program. So that's another program we will bring on for another conversation. So thank you very much, and we hope to see you at the Rose Baker Senior Center.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing. The loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be
celebrations around the senior center. She has spent a lot of time. We had a few volunteers helping out, but Sheila did the biggest part of it, and she makes sure that everything looks wonderful around here, and she makes it festive for the holiday. I also want to thank all of the staff at the Council on Aging, because they are so dedicated to being sure that all of you receive everything that you need. Services, programs, activities, and all of them go out of their way to make everything, to make this Rose Baker Senior Center a wonderful place to be. What you need, most of it is here, right here for you. So we're always ready for you to come knocking on our door. And we're here for you. From Golden Living, Santa Claus.
Happy New Year and happy holidays, everyone.
Hi, I'm Lucy Sheehan, Director of the Gloucester Council on Aging, located at the Rose Baker Senior Center, which is at 6 Manuel F. Lewis Street in Gloucester. At the Rose Baker Senior Center, we have many programs going all week long, and programs are educational, health programs, information programs, and programs with socialization, and also technology. And we're here to make life better for our senior residents. And today we're talking about technology programs, and which is our computer lab at the Rose Baker Senior Center. And Dan Klein is with us, and also Gonsalo, Verdugo. And they're leaders in our computer program, our computer lab, and they're going to talk to you about it. And I'm going to introduce you right now and bring some information to the seniors sitting at home.
I've been with the computer program for about 10 years, and we're beginning to emerge from just a computer program to a technology program. Lately, there are all sorts of devices that were, phones and pads and Kindles, and so we're rebranding ourselves to technology. But basically, we're teaching seniors how to use computers and technology. The two first level courses are for people. The first one is for people who have no experience, absolutely no experience with computers. We teach them how to turn it on and how to use the mouse and the keyboard. And with the next level class is for people who have some experience, and it helps them relearn, or it helps them to go a little further with their knowledge and to use the internet and some programs on the computer. And then we have a Windows 10 class for more advanced students, and we go into all sorts of things that are available on the web and in email.
Our student population primarily is the 7,000 members of the Rose Baker Senior Center. Over the years, we have taught about 4,000 students have successfully graduated from our programs. People who come to us, as Dan explained, are on the one side people who at some point have used technology in their careers, but now they've been away from technology 5-10 years or whatnot, and they need to refresh their knowledge and their skills. Some of our other students have never been exposed to technology. Only a family member may have given them a cell phone or a tablet or something like that. And frankly, these are people who, for the most part, feel somewhat reluctant, somewhat intimidated, if I'm going to exaggerate, about using or learning technology. We understand how seniors learn. We understand their unique characteristics and challenges. Our programs are all tailored to teach seniors at their own pace what they need to know to be able to use technology, use the equipment that their families have given them.
The computer classes are taught using SeniorNet technology, programming, which is geared for seniors, for senior learning. It's a nationwide organization, and their programs are really they're really set up to help seniors to learn the technology that many seniors did not know anything about, that wasn't in their generation. So now it's bringing seniors up to date with technology that they didn't know about. So as Gonzalo said, we graduated in the 15 years I've had the program, about 4,000 students. And those students are now happily using that technology. Many of them have come back to further their education in computer use in different ways, and now in the social media. So it's an excellent program. And Council on Aging also issues a monthly newsletter called Coastline News, and we do mail out about 1,000 newsletters to people across the city and outside of Gloucester even, who ask for it. And if you'd like to have the newsletter, please just pick up the phone, give us your name and address, and say, I'd like to have Coastline News mailed every month. It is, the newsletter is filled with information about all of our programs, and you will learn about the computer classes, what's happening, the beginning of the classes and the ending of the classes in our newsletter.
Many seniors find themselves intimidated by technology, and we're here to cater to them and to help them so that they won't be embarrassed in class. We have coaches to help people who are falling a little behind or having a little trouble following the instructor. And we have some technology to help people who are having problems seeing or are having problems holding the mouse steady. We have some technology which helps with that. And we find that we're able to put people at ease and help them relax and learn.
As we teach, we learn. We learn a great deal from our own students, frankly. We learn what kinds of technology are most relevant to them. What are the technologies that enable them to be linked, communicated with their friends, with their children, with their grandchildren. And it's very interesting, you know, how some of the students we have, what prompts them to come to us. A very typical case is, say, someone who received a cell phone like this, a smartphone, from a family member, their son, so that they can stay in touch. You turn it on, you know how to make phone calls, but suddenly you realize the phone has a number of icons, has a number of other functionality that appears to be useful, but I really don't understand it. Plus, I'm a bit intimidated trying to do something with it. Maybe the phone doesn't work anymore. You can come to us if you have a situation like that, and we will teach you how you can learn the multiple functionality that the phone can offer. Facebook, you can make a phone call to your family in Sicily for free by using applications like Skype or WhatsApp and whatnot. So many people come to us because they suddenly realize that they have something, a device somebody gave them that they can use for in many other ways and stay connected to their family.
Mm-hmm. When we were dreaming of a brand new senior center for Gloucester, 16, 17 years ago, 18 years ago, Computer Lab really wasn't even in the vision. It came about soon after we moved into the senior center. And what is now the Computer Lab was envisioned as a pool room. And what is now the pool room was supposed to be a little thrift shop for us to raise a little for some fundraising. And but it all came about, and it's been so successful. And we're so fortunate to have volunteers like the two of you and so many others for so many years that have really brought the program along and have been really so caring and helping people and giving your extra efforts in time to do this. Because the computer lab is actually run by all volunteers. And the small fees that are charged for the classes, the 8-week classes, maintain the computers and the software, hardware. It's updated constantly. And that's what it's all about.
I got involved in the program. The fellow who really started the program, Ed Shabbat, started it when he was 70 years old, and it was 10 years later, it was 80, he was 80, and he wanted to leave. He wanted to go to Beverly, and back to Beverly. And I was brought in because my background was with PCs, and I got convinced to take over the program. And I've had a lot of fun with it. I've learned a lot, and things have changed. We've had to replace a lot of equipment, and we've started new classes. In fact, we should talk about where the classes come from. This organization, SeniorNet, is a nationwide organization, as we said, but they develop materials and books that we download and print and use in our classes, and they're geared towards seniors, and they continually update them because technology changes at an amazing rate. In fact, we've helped them update. We're looking for new classes for new technologies, and Gonsalo here developed a class for the Kindle, and he won a nationwide contest.
First prize.
First prize, yeah. So we're very much involved in developing things for our senior clients.
I'm not too sure. It's somewhat embarrassing to tell you how I got involved in the program, but I think I will. A few years back, one of my neighbors, it told me that I could get trash bags from the senior center if I sign up for the senior center, no fee, and I could get them at a discount. So why don't you do it? I did. So every now and then, once a month, I would go buy my trash bags. I save a little bit of money. I felt so proud of myself, and I kept doing this for a while. After a year or so, I started feeling a little funny. I'm here to buy at the discount trash bags, and then what am I giving in retribution to this? And I started paying attention to what's going on at the senior center. And the more I paid attention, the more impressed I was with all the variety of programs that Senior Center offers for seniors, from yoga to bingo to art to computers. Computing has always been part of what I've focused on in my career, in my profession. Education has been also. So I see a big banner, in the front outside of the building that says computer classes, call this number. I decided to go into the front desk and say, look, I'd like to volunteer to teach classes. They say, well, you need to talk to Dan Klein or Lucy. I contacted you, and the rest is history. And to me, this has been a wonderful experience. And it's amazing the people you meet, their level of motivation. You meet exceedingly smart people. I've made some very good friends out of teaching. And frankly, the only way you really learn something is if you have to teach it, which has been the case with the classes that I'm teaching.
That's a wonderful attitude. And we're always looking for talented volunteers. Just come into the Senior Center, fill out a volunteer application, and we'll be very happy to have you join our group.
We need volunteers. We do need. We need people who are able to teach. You don't need to be an expert. All you need to do is you need to know how to use an application, Word or Excel. Many people also come to us because they're still employed, and they need to learn a specific skill that will enhance their career. We've taught people on a one-to-one basis that have very specific needs. I remember teaching this person Excel. Excel was a requirement for her to get promotion to the next level in the job that she had. And so we just put the focus on the skills that she needed so that she can move forward in her own career. We've taught people who love to learn to read, and the Baker Center has a nice collection of books. But I've seen people there, you know, borrowing books, and suddenly they run out of books to borrow. And suddenly it dawned on me that if we could team up with the Gloucester Public Library, we could teach people how to use tablets to access books from the library for free. We have done that.
Mm-hmm. So it's amazing what they have done in the class. It's amazing how they have helped people, how they've gone into people's homes that weren't able to come to the senior center, and they've really extended themselves in so many ways. And as you hear, it's not just seniors, people who are still working that need help with their new positions, and they're available to help you. So the Rose Baker Senior Center number is 978-281-9765. Just give us a call.
By the way, we're always looking for new volunteers, and you don't have to be an expert in anything specific. Many of our volunteers are coaches in our classes, and quite frankly, they're learning while they're coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're curious and want to come in and help, come on in, come on down. Somebody once said.
We welcome you.
We have a list of programs that we offer. It's just about a dozen programs, ranging from basics on computing all the way to social media, how to use an iPhone, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Beyond that, if you have any specific needs, or you don't know how to get started, you call the front desk. One of us will call you, and we will discuss your specific situation and needs, what kind of equipment you have, what is it that you think you might be wanting to do with technology, and then we will tailor something that is specific to your needs.
Mm-hmm.
And we can come to your house and help you with your particular computer or device. We call that our one-on-one program, and we usually charge about $15 an hour. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also on Tuesday afternoons, I believe Frank Bellini has a special class, people who have problems with their computers. And if you can bring your complete computer into the senior center, especially if it's a laptop, and Frank will help you as you do.
And Frank has a very interesting proposition.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a piece of equipment that doesn't work, you bring it in on Tuesday. And if Frank can fix it, you will have to pay a nominal fee. If he cannot fix it, you don't pay anything.
Mm-hmm. Great deal. Great deal.
So what have you got to lose?
Thank you.